Good day, folks, and welcome to Just Omer. And this is my periodic program to keep the people of Grafton County Commissioner District 3 up to date on what's going on at their Grafton County government. My name is Omer, Ahern Jr., and I am the Grafton County Commissioner serving District 3. Right now I'm a resident of Wentworth, New Hampshire, but I was born in Plymouth, New Hampshire a few years ago, well, more than a few years ago. And I want to thank the folks at PBTV for allowing me this opportunity to share with you folks out there what's going on in your Grafton County government. A lot of people don't know exactly what county government in New Hampshire is about or what it does. And so I try to, each time we meet, give you a quick rundown on what county government does in New Hampshire. But I'm also going to want to talk today about the items that we discussed at yesterday's Tuesday, May 11th commissioners meeting, and some of the budget. The commissioners did pass their proposed budget on Monday, and I'll talk about that later on in the meeting. So county government in New Hampshire really got its start back in the 1870s. And the purpose of county government is stated in state law, the state statutes. And primarily, the county commissioners are responsible, and again, there are 10 counties, and there are 3 county commissioners in each county in New Hampshire. Primarily, we are responsible for the operation of a county nursing home for our elderly residents who need long-term care. We're responsible for the operation and maintenance and running of a house of correction and county jail, all under the name of Department of Corrections. And then the third part of county government that's set out in statute is operating a farm. And for years since the beginning, the farm was always a dairy farm with chickens and with pigs and with vegetable production. And some farms were also making maple syrup, lots of maple syrup, and other things, but also raising fruit besides vegetables. Right now, Grafton County is the last county in New Hampshire that still has an active farm. And I'll talk to you about the farm manager's report. Grant Nelson, who made his report to the commissioners yesterday, and I'll give you some updates on what's going on at the farm. The other power that the county commissioners have, which is something that's relatively new, and the statute calls it, besides the nursing home, besides the Department of Corrections, besides the farm, is this broad scoped thing called "and any other items that the county commissioners deem appropriate, deem are necessary." And from my point of view, as someone who is very concerned about the tax dollars, this addition to the statute has caused county government costs and expenses, and thereby your tax dollars, to have gone out of control, in my mind. But we're trying to deal with that, and I'll talk a little bit about that in my budget discussion, hopefully later on in this program. So I am one of 3 county commissioners. The county commissioner from District 1 is Wendy Piper from the town of Enfield, and this term she is serving as the chairman of the Grafton County Board of Commissioners. She represents the towns of Hanover and Enfield and the city of Lebanon. The commissioner from District 2 is Commissioner Linda Lauer from Bath, New Hampshire, and she represents the towns in northern Grafton County and the western side of Grafton County, down to Lyme, New Hampshire, and up to north of Littleton, New Hampshire, and all the towns in between. And the district that I represent, District 3, goes basically the southeast corner of Grafton County. To the north, it's the town of Warren and Campton, and to the west would be Canaan and Dorchester and Grafton, and to the south would be Bristol, Alexandria, Holderness, and certainly includes the towns of Holderness, Plymouth, Hebron, Wentworth, and all the towns, in that mix. So again, our job is to try to properly run, maintain, and make sure that they're in good operation, the county facilities, which are located up in North Haverhill, New Hampshire. And we have a 25-acre complex where the county farm is located, the nursing home, the new Department of Corrections facility, which came online in 2011, and then the county courthouse, which is about 50 years old at this point, and that was a big topic of discussion at yesterday's commissioners meeting, because that structure, the county courthouse, is having some significant issues in terms of the mechanical, electrical, air circulation, elevators. So there are some risks there that we've been advised need to be addressed as soon as possible. So we had, the county commissioners had hired an engineering firm to come in and do a complete study and evaluation of the county courthouse. And I'll be talking a little bit about that. But the first thing I want to talk with you about is the budget, the county budget. The county commissioners are tasked with putting together a proposed county budget. And that includes, again, taking care of the nursing home, house of correction, the farm. But we're also, and for maintaining the buildings on the 25-acre complex. And then we also have, of course, about 750 acres of woodlands and cropland, where we grow the vegetables and the winter squash and the potatoes and the corn and things. And where we get the hay and make the silage for our dairy cows on the farm. So, and then we also are responsible for putting together a budget for the Grafton County Attorney's Office, the Grafton County Sheriff's Office, the Grafton County Treasurer's Office, and the administration of the county operations. And so the commissioners have been working on this budget basically since the first of the year, but we've been holding our meetings, and also they were available via Zoom. In fact, all of the county commissioner meetings on Tuesday mornings are available to watch and participate in via Zoom. Just a matter of going to the Grafton County website, Grafton County, New Hampshire, and clicking on to the commissioners section there and finding the commissioner meetings, and you'll get the Zoom information. Again, every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock, the Grafton County commissioners meet for as long as is necessary. But Monday morning of this week, we engaged in the final discussions and voted upon the final proposed budget that will now be sent over to the Grafton County Delegation, Executive Committee, and the overall full county delegation being all of the members of the General Court, state legislature, that are elected from Grafton County. Does not include any state senators. And it's the county delegation that will vote on the county budget. There are some deadlines, and if the county delegation does not meet the deadlines, then the proposed county commissioner budget becomes the default budget, the final budget. And One thing that you folks need to be aware of is the county commissioner's proposed budget can be reduced by the delegation, and it can be increased by the county delegation, any amounts that they want. And in the past, and I'm in my third term as a county commissioner, but not consecutive terms, but in the past as a county commissioner, my experience has been, and I've always been on the short end of the 2-to-1 votes to pass the, or as to budget items to try to keep the budget low. The county delegation, after receiving the proposed budget from the county commissioners, usually increase the spending in the budget. And when there's increased spending in the budget, then you folks as the taxpayers are going to see an even greater increase in your county taxes that you pay. Yes, the county taxes are the lowest part of your property tax bill, but it's still a significant amount of money. So on Monday morning, after all of our final discussions, the county commissioners voted to pass a proposed budget. And are you sitting down when I tell you this? I hope so. The amount of the budget is $48,672,519. $48,672,519. A couple of things about that number. That is actually an increase over last year's budget of $145,209. We will be receiving, or we have budgeted to receive, income or revenue in the amount of $27,124,374. Again, revenue, projected revenue that's in the budget is $27,124,374. And that increase in revenue is up $151,826 over last year. So that's the amount to be raised by taxes. Is that $27,124,374. That's the amount to be raised by taxes. I may have misstated originally what that figure was going to be. That's the amount to be raised by taxes, which is an increase of $151,826. That represents a 0.56% in your county tax burden, a 0.56% increase. Now, why still did the budget go up so much? Well, there were two things, among others, that happened and that caused a significant increase in the amount of the budget that needs to be set aside for it to pay bills. Number one, the pandemic and the lockdown caused a $1.2 million decrease in our county nursing home revenue for that year. We get revenue through Medicare, Medicaid, the Veterans Administration, and private pay, and I think there's another smaller category. So when people come to the nursing home for their care or for rehabilitation or whatever, they all have to pay money. And that money comes from the Medicaid system, the Medicare system, the Veterans Administration system, and then private pay. That was $1.2 million. And then the second big item that was totally unexpected was a bill that was sent to the county for $500,000 to offset the losses in the state retirement investment system. So the state did not have very good luck investing their retirement funds last year. As a result, all the counties in New Hampshire are having to pick up a certain amount of that loss in order to keep the retirement fund up. I mean, in our regular budget, in our employment compensation packages, the budget for retirement is included, but this is over and above and in addition to. So that's $1.7 million of totally unanticipated expenses that the commissioners had to contend with. There were some significant increases, one specifically in the sheriff's budget for the forensic program, the software for the forensic program to allow them to investigate cyber crimes and get into look at the computer equipment, cell phones, and so on that have been seized by court order to when there's a crime. There are a couple of other things that appear in the budget, but the entire budget should be made available to the full county population within another week or so. It should be. And I believe it's going to be available online. Now, there is going to be a public hearing on the budget in front of the county delegation. And this public hearing is going to be on May 24th, 2021, at 6 o'clock p.m. up at the county complex. And that's going to be an opportunity for you folks in the public, after you've had a chance to look at the budget, the entire budget, online, or you should be able to get a paper copy too by calling the county commissioner's office, and there will also be a copy at the town offices. A paper copy of the budget is made available to all the towns and cities in Grafton County, and that, like I say, that should be made available in the next week or 2 weeks. So please mark your calendars for May 24th at 6 o'clock in the evening. There will be a public hearing, and I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure, that meeting will also be available for you to attend via Zoom. So that's the quick update. And again, when it comes to revenue for the county, the farm has revenue through the sale of milk to Agrimark. And this past calendar year, the county farm brought in, just in the sale of raw milk, of about $325,000. And that's with milking about 80 cows. And I'm going to give you more report on our milk cows in a few minutes, I hope. And the other big revenue source for the county, believe it or not, is the Registry of Deeds. Through the county's share of the transfer tax, recording fees, and the L-chip, we get a bit of a commission from when a deed is recorded. The Land and Community Heritage Investment Program called L-chip. There's usually a fee attached to most of all those transfers. So there's a 4% commission that comes to the county from those L-chip fees. The L-chip fee is about $25 per document. So the Registry of Deeds actually met their revenue projections for fiscal year 2021 back in February of this year, a couple of months ago. So that's the update on the budget. The county commissioner meeting, our regular meeting, was held yesterday, May 11th. And of course, we always start out with the Pledge of Allegiance. And the first item on the agenda was to hear from Peter Corey, who was a selectman from up in Whitefield, Coos County, New Hampshire. And he is the president of the NCIC, North Country Council. I can't remember what the I is, but they are an outfit. NCIC does grant writing, management, and servicing grant programs. They also serve low and moderate income folks and businesses to help them get off the ground, help them do some studies to see what they can do to help their businesses. The NCIC, I guess, has been around since the mid-'70s. And this Peter Corey, again, selectman from Whitefield, New Hampshire, he is also a retired general. So we thank Peter Corey for his service to our great nation. And we're hoping, the county is actually hoping to work with NCIC to get some grants so that we can do some program adjustments at the county without putting those adjustments on the backs of our county taxpayers. And so we'll be hearing more from NCIC in the ensuing months. The next item on the agenda, it was a report from Kelly Monahan, the Register of Deeds, and at her report yesterday, she gave us this spreadsheet of the income from the from the recording of deeds, transfer stamps, and she always gives us a report on the number of foreclosures in the county and so on. So she gives us a pretty exacting report, and we thank Register Monahan for her good work at the Registry of Deeds, bringing in a lot of revenue to help try to keep our taxes down. The next item on the agenda was the farm manager's report. Grant Nelson, relatively new farm manager, is our farm manager, and he presents a report every month in writing, and we appreciate that. And his first, every month, and this has actually gone back for the last two county farm managers. So the first item on the report is there are currently 67 milking cows averaging 79 pounds per cow. That's per day. We are shipping around 10,400 pounds of milk every other day to Agrimark. And the components in the milk are holding at 4.21% for fat and 3.23% for protein. Our last pay price from Agrimark, again, this is for raw milk, was $18.46 per hundredweight. He did sell four cow cows, and these were sold in the last couple of weeks. We are now looking for a new farm employee called the farm assistant. One of our farm assistants resigned, and as of the 20th of May, we are going to be down an employee in the farm operation. We have a couple of folks that used to work on the farm who may be available to come and help us fill that need for a while till we can fill it. But go to the Grafton County website and go click on to the Human Resources part of the website, and you'll see the job description that's being advertised and where you can find an employment application. You'll also find the employment needs for the nursing home in terms of RNs, LPNs, and LNAs, which we've talked about before. But I just want you to know that we do need folks to come and work for Grafton County at the Information Technology Department, the farm, and the nursing home. And we need corrections officers at the Department of Corrections. But all of these jobs are posted on the county website. And I will tell you this, the benefit package that Grafton County offers is fantastic. I'm just amazed at how good the health care package is for our employees up there. We've brought in 125 new laying hens, and they have started laying their eggs. They're small right now, but they expect to get bigger as the chickens get a little older. We are going to be working a little more diligently with our swine operation, our pig operation. We've planted most of the potatoes, just under 5 acres of potatoes we've planted, and we've also planted sweet corn and we'll be planting some significant acreage of winter squash. Potatoes and the winter squash will be fed into the Department of Corrections and into the nursing home during the course of the year. And this is part of the Farm Doc program, is to feed food items that are produced on the farm into the Department of Corrections and into the nursing home. Again, this is part of the existing Farm Doc program. So we are looking into processing some of the milk that's produced on the farm so that we can feed milk products into the Department of Corrections, specifically milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter. Again, please remember that what we're doing on the farm, the county farm, is not in any way to compete with any of our local ag people, okay? We're there to do what the original purpose of the county farms were from back in the 1870s under the Farm Doc program, and that was done well into the 20th century, into the 1970s in some cases. So, we want to eventually feed beef and pork and chicken produced on the farm, but that's going to take a lot of dealing with the Food and Drug Administration and the United States Department of Agriculture. The rules and regulations out there are, in my opinion, ridiculous. They're out of control. Yes, there are some purposes for some of them, but some of them are, just are out of control. But we're working on that. We are, again, looking for a farm employee as soon as possible, because we used to get, up until a couple of months ago, some farm labor out of the Department of Corrections, those residents of the Department of Corrections who have been sentenced to the House of Correction. Part of that sentencing is for them to work on the farm, and they work in the milk operation, milking the cows, getting rid of some of the byproducts of keeping cows, and keeping the barns and the grounds clean. So we're looking for that. Oh, the farm help person that we're looking for also gets the benefits. So that was the county farm manager's report. Oh, one other thing that I did get in an email this morning, just to keep you up to date. Right now, the number of cows that we have in our barns up there, we have 82 milking cows. I know I reported 67 milking cows, but the cow milking population varies from day to day, depending upon certain natural occurrences. So we have 82 milking cows. Most of them are Holsteins. We have a few Guernseys and a few Jerseys. We have 30 heifers that are getting ready to calve, and that's kind of an essential element if they're going to start to give us milk. We have 24 heifers that are 1 to 2 years in age and will be bred here at the appropriate time. And then we have 47 heifers who are under 1 year of age. So we got to make sure we take care of them and continue with them growing. After that, we had a report from the county attorney, Marcy Hornick, and we were talking about the county attorney ramping up and start to have jury trials to help limit we have a lot of people at the House of Correction right now that have been waiting trial for a long time, and that needs to be addressed, and we talked with the county attorney about that, and she feels she's got it all in hand. The next item on the agenda was a major eye-opener, and that is the Grafton County Courthouse. And I'm going to have to talk to you about that later on. The Grafton County Courthouse assessment, either we're going to rip it down or we're going to have to renovate it. And the cost that we're looking for in those areas, are you sitting down? The estimate from the engineers and the architects is about $36 million. I have to go. I want to thank again the people at PBTV. My contact number is 764-6024. My email is omer.ahern.jr@gmail.com. I thank you for listening in. Contact me if you have any questions. God bless America, and God bless the Granite State of New Hampshire. Live free or die. There are things that are worse than death. Thank you.